So the fast group is about to pull out. And in front of me, we have Matt on his commuter bike. I must commend him for trying the ride, the fast group, on his commuter bike. Because I know other people whose names I won't mention aren't that ambitious. So, good job, Matt.
That was a long time ago. My schedule was recently made.
And we're just like cruising along, not going too fast, just trying to get out of the city, really. Even though 20 miles an hour, we're starting to pick up some speed. But obviously, we're gonna have to slow down for lights and stuff like that, so. And it looks like Matt is holding his handlebar in some aero position. I'll have to ask him about that. Yo, we mostly always catch this light. I don't know why.
Wait, what is this?
Make sure you drive.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to lose that.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out when it opens up, like when there's like no stoplights.
Oh, as soon as we hit the reservoir,
Okay.
that's when we start going.
Okay. Do we follow the Charles River?
No,
No, something different. All right.
But it's like, for me, it's the opposite.
no, I don't think we do the Charles.
Yeah. It's like analyzing like all the. Yeah, so that's why I think that's an expensive fix. The mirror itself is not expensive. What's similar? If you have the
And I'm pretty sure that we're gonna catch the other light ahead of us, which we always pretty much do. So, more waiting.
So focused on the completion, I'm almost forgetting to have fun. Yeah. I think my heart rate's like a good 20 beats per minute faster just on adrenaline right now.
Yeah. I need to get a heart rate monitor so I can see what's going on. All I know is when I'm breathing heavily, my heart rate must be super high. That's all I know.
So at this point, Matt is asking me how old I think he is. So I was just guessing. And when we hit the green light, I said to him, how old do you think I am? and he guessed incorrectly. So I told him eventually how old I am. But I'm just like talking over this section of the audio so you guys can't hear our conversation, because you don't need to know how old we are, because we don't want any judgments on the rides. Next thing you know, people are approaching us. What are you two oldies doing here? Did you escape from the nursing home? So that's why I'm just talking over this. So don't mind me. And then he asked me where I'm originally from.
And plus, like, I still have all of my hair, no real graying or anything. So life has treated me well, I guess.
And you from Boston?
Originally from the Caribbean, Montserrat.
Okay.
It's the closest island to Antigua.
Okay.
You know Antigua?
I've heard of it.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's the closest island to Antigua. You could actually see Antigua from Montserrat in the horizon.
So you obviously have like a well, for that we're gonna.
So that's Matt in front of me in the blue socks. And he's the fastest sprinter that I know of. Look at those legs.
And then Ashton as well.
I might as well forget about clipping in. We're stopping so much.
Huh?
I'll just wait until I hit the reservoir to clip in.
Yeah, I suppose it could be worth it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Right. Well, and it's just like, too, it's like, when's your home? Yeah, that's true. Just keep an eye on it. Yeah.
And we always have to watch out for these poles. I don't really like those poles on like group rides. So that's my friend Camilo on the left side, and it's his first Greenline Velo ride. So it's good seeing him on the ride in the blue and yellow to the left.
It's in the front. Yeah. It's like a bar.
Oh, fast group, huh? You're up for a challenge. You're up for a challenge.
On Claire is to the right of me. You can see her just pulling up there. She decided to do the fast group. So I was just like saying to her that she's up for a challenge. So that's cool to see her on the fast group. I love the ambitious people. Because some people wouldn't even try. I mean, at least just try it.
That's the way they're gonna take off.
Yeah, different models. Yeah. I did one. No, she was more.
So we're almost about to hit the reservoir, and that's when we like really speed up. I see Matt doing his thing. The other Matt, by the way, because there are two Matts on this ride. There's the Matt in front of me in the blue socks, and there's a Matt to the right of me in the black. So maybe from now on I'll refer to him as the second Matt. That's the first Matt in front of me in the blue socks. And the second Matt is behind me in the black. Well, maybe I should refer to him as Bike Rack Matt, since he has the bike rack.
It looked cute. What?
Yeah, with the little pink.
Oh.
I know. It's exactly what I'm feeling. If that was a 52, 54, it'd be way better.
What, this way?
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 49. It's a freaking 49.
So yeah, next year I might build a new bike. Have Darian build one just like this. But I might get electronic shifting though.
The what?
I might get electronic shifting.
Which one?
Shimano,
The 5?
whichever one.
I wish my dad was like that. Chill.
Because on today's ride, I borrowed my friend's aero bike. So at this point, I'm like checking out the bikes that the other cyclists in front of me are on. I'm looking at that girl on the left, and I was like, it's an aluminum bike. And the other one in front of her is a carbon bike. Oops, she's having problems clipping in. So on the whole ride, I was just like checking out all the bikes because I wanted to get some idea of what people are riding. Because the bike that I'm on now, it makes such a huge difference. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so now we're about to take off because the reservoir is just up ahead to the right. Okay, so I see Camilo to the left. I see him doing this thing. And he's out in the open, not drafting. And at this point, I'm looking for someone to draft because I'm so used to drafting and I wasn't sure if this new bike that I'm on would make that much of a difference. So this guy to my left, I'm like wondering, should I draft him or should I draft Camilo? Because Camilo is the one in the blue and yellow in front of me. And he's pushing it. He's doing his thing. Okay, so now I'm drafting him. Starting to pick up speed, 22 miles an hour. On bike rack Matt doing this thing, keeping up. I see he's in his aero position on his handlebars. Okay, so now I'm drafting Camilo. And that guy on the left in the blue, I'm like, damn, that's so thin I want to be. Or at least that's how thin I thought I would have to be to keep up on this group ride. Because that guy is like, he's a true cycling body. And he's not even drafting anyone. He's just out in the open, just doing his thing. Okay, so at this point, I see Camila looking to the left, and I'm like, is he really going to try to pass us or like get ahead? And I'm like, oh my god, dude, I'm depending on you to pull me. I don't want you to go too fast at the same time. Like, what are you doing up in the front? So I'm like thinking to myself, bro, you need to chill out because you gotta save your energy for the long haul. You can't be blasting up this hill like that. But I was like, let me just draft this other guy instead. Because I want to keep up with them, but I don't want to push it too hard. So I just decided, okay, let me just stay behind Camilo. And that guy, damn, look at how he's just punching up the hill. I see Spider-Man punching up the hill. But I decided I'm going to stay behind Camilo. Because, oh shit, look at Matt. Matt just punching up the hill. So I decided I'm just going to stay behind Camilo. Since he's not going too fast. And he seems to be slowing down. So I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, man. You got to save your energy. So we have a green light. And I was like, oh man, I was hoping that we would catch a red so I could get a break. Because usually that's how I'm thinking. But now that I'm on a different bike, things are kind of different now. See, Camilla is slowing down. So I'm like, are you going to go or what? Like, what's up? I look at Claire. She just like blasted by. And that's when I was like, okay, I think it's time for me to punch it. So I just punched it past her because I didn't want the group to go too far ahead because then I'm going to have to catch up, which I can never catch up with them because I'm always drafting someone. Okay, so at this point, I see an opportunity to do the super tuck. So right now, I'm in the super tuck position, blasting down the hill. No pedaling at all, just pure super tuck. See, when everyone else is pedaling, I'm not pedaling because I'm trying to conserve my energy. So now I'm out of the super tuck position and I'm pedaling. So I decided I'm gonna catch this guy right here and draft him. But then I realized another hill is coming up. So I'm getting prepared, looking back to see if there are any cars coming. So I'm gonna get in the super tuck position right here. And I'm just blazing down the hill in the super tuck, looking back, make sure no one's behind me. And then I see Matt and Spider-Man and some other guys up ahead. I was like, okay. Yo, what's up, Spider-Man?
Been watching your videos, man. Your new bike comp, it looks fun. I borrowed my friend's aero bike. That's nice, man.
So Spider-Man is ahead and Matt. I'm like thinking to myself, yo, do I want to be up ahead or in front with these guys? Because usually I'm behind drafting someone. Because at this point I'm usually not too tired, but I make sure I'm drafting the biggest guy. I don't want to be too ahead. I don't want to get ahead of the ride leader to tire myself out.
It's a little too short for me, but it works.
The bike?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still recovering. Still recovering. From collarbone, rib, lung, hip. A little leg.
Oh, little leg.
So, and then done the surgery a week after.
So at this point, I'm thinking, why am I in this position? I should be ahead of the ride leader. But it's all right. We're not going too fast.
Such a good show. How long do you get one?
Stopping!
Making the referral. But no one has a slot for like 2 months. So then the referral expires. And they want me to pay like a $3,000 up front to make the appointment. Yeah, I mean, I know. U.S. healthcare.
Yeah, bike is skipping gigs.
So, guys happy to lose 4 pounds? Turns out
Gotta find a good, gotta find a good resting, yeah, good nice resting place.
Yeah, Matt was telling me that his gears were starting to skip. And I was like, uh-oh. You don't want that. But at least he's still keeping up.
This guy right there is killing it.
He's actually building a road bike. That's all he has right now.
He's Camilo there. And the weird thing is, I didn't even feel like I had to draft Camilo. Because the bike that I'm on is just so fast and aero. I wasn't even like tired or anything. It was just a completely different feeling. So we got a stoplight up ahead. So we're just slowing down. if you look to the right, Clear is still on the ride on her Sweet Canyon bike.
It's the best, man, the stoplight. I pray for them.
Yeah, I was telling that guy, I pray for the stoplights just so I could get a break, man, because these guys are just relentless. Okay, so now we're like picking up some speed. Yo, we're doing 26 miles an hour on flats. So that gives you like an idea of how fast this ride is. And we have like a good stretch of road right here. So we can just like punch it. Well, actually, no, we're going up a slight incline. So we're kind of slowing down. So about right here, we got a good stretch of road. So you know we're gonna pick up some speed. Yo, I see Camilla came out of nowhere, and I was just like, not sure what his plan is, but if he wants to be in the front and not draft, that's up to him. Because I know he's a very strong rider. And I love to see him in his aero position and he's riding. Because he's just like out in the open right now. And I'm kind of out in the open right now. And I don't really like my position. I'm thinking to myself, am I going to draft the guy on the left or the right? Because I wish someone was in front the guy who I'm drafting right now. But I was like, well, you know what? This is good enough. He's a big guy, so he'll shelter me. So I just decided to stick with him. And I felt good anyway. I wasn't tired, so I just decided to just go with that guy. And I was like, I hope we don't hit this light. So we decided to just roll since it was on yellow. And Camilla's just like punching it. And I was like, you know what? Let me follow him. So at this point, my thoughts, I'm going to just start super tucking down this hill. I don't have to because we're going down a hill, but I just love super tucking. It's one of my favorite things to do. So there's a light, red light, so I gotta stop.
Yeah, I'll help the only part I can.
So Camilla's in front of me. And I think at this point, I'm looking to see if I should super tuck down this hill or what. I actually think I'm in the super tuck position right now. Oh yeah, it was because I just got up just now. And sometimes the roads are so bad that when you come to like a really patchy area, you gotta get out the super tuck position because it's not the safest. So I only try to do it on smooth road. And at certain points, when the camera points down, I'm looking at the power meter because I'm not used to a power meter. I don't have one on my bike, but this bike that I borrowed has a power meter. So occasionally I look down to check to see how many watts I'm outputting. So on the last ride before this one, I kind of got dropped after this hill-ish thing, but not quite yet though. Because I know there's a hill coming up. Okay, here's the hill. I think. No, not yet. Okay, now we're going up the hill. It's like a 3% grade hill so far, 4%. And at this point, I'm not standing. I don't even think I stood up to sprint on the whole ride. I was just like sitting the whole time. But this hill was kind of challenging the last time I did this ride. But I hung in there for a good period until we started to get to the flats. That's when I got dropped because there was a guy on the left of me that wanted to get in the draft, and as soon as I let the guy in, I just got dropped because he was a small guy. He wasn't as big as the guy I was drafting. Yo, Camilla's falling behind, and I'm just okay. And there's like Matt up front pulling. And I'm still seated. I swear, I don't even think I got out the seat for the whole ride. I don't even remember standing up to sprint. So on the last ride around this area, things kind of got tough for me, man. I think it was around this area right here where the guy wanted to get in, and I had gotten dropped on the last ride. Yeah, I think it's around somewhere here, I think. Or it could be up further. Yeah, it was around about here, I think. And as soon as I let the guy in, I just got dropped. I think at this point, I'm like drinking water. And you see the camera tilts all the way up in the sky. Yeah, on the last ride, I didn't even make it to this point because I got dropped. So I was just riding along here by myself. Yeah, I remember it now, like it was yesterday. I remember the sun was like shining in the camera. See, just like that. You see that? I remember right here, sun is like coming through, and I was just like riding by myself because I had gotten dropped. But now I'm on the aero bike. So, well, I'm still holding on. And it's so weird because if you look at the video, I'm not even really drafting that much. Okay, so at this point, you're like picking up some serious speed. And these are some tight corners, so you see Matt doing his thing, sprinting. I love to see him in his sprint position. He gets up to sprint.
Car up.
Yellow line on this fast of a road. Do not go over it.
What was that?
On the downhill, you went into that lane.
Oh yeah, alright, so
Please
you go down
be careful.
to... Yeah,
40 of us behind you.
Yo, so that guy, what he said just now, he was like saying, I went over the yellow line when I was going down the hill. But dude, we're going at super high speeds. What do you want me to do? Slow down to stay within the line? I could see when cars are coming. So for him to tell me, oh, there's 40 of us behind you, you gotta be careful or whatever. Dude, even Matt did the same thing. Like if you rewind the video, Matt went over the line. He could see when cars are coming. You don't always have to be super stringent when it comes to the rules of not going over the orange line. Sometimes you just have to do it as a cyclist. So I don't even know what that guy is trying to tell me. I should have asked him, but I don't care what he's saying. Because if I feel like I have to go over the line just to be safe, then I do that. Because I'm either going to have to slow down and stay within the yellow line or make a sharp turn, which isn't safe. So I'm not really sure what he's trying to say. If he's saying that I shouldn't go over the yellow line in a blind corner, then that's obvious. I'm not going to do that because cars could be coming. But if I can see what's going on in front of me, yeah. So maybe he can tell me his logic. Okay, so at this point, I'm trying to figure out, am I drafting the guy in the further blue up ahead of me or the one that's to the right of me? Because I think there was someone on the left, because I'm looking back to see what position I'm supposed to be in or should we get in. And I was just like, you know what? I'll just stick to the guy in the blue in front of me. Because I'm telling you, on these rides, if you don't find a good position, well, at least, yeah, well, at least on my older bike, if I don't find a good position, it's a wrap for me. But now on this aero bike, it's not that big of a deal. If I had to ride in the open air for a good minute, then I'm confident that I would be okay. But on my other bike, I need to draft, or that's it for me. Yo, someone needs to 4011 or whatever those potholes back there, because if you do that, they'll come and repair them. Well, at least in Boston anyway, because those holes are pretty big. Oh, so now we're picking up speed. Damn, we're almost hitting 40 miles an hour. Whoa. And Matt is in front of me. I was trying to get some good camera shots of Matt doing a nice sprint. So that's why I'm drafting Matt, because I'm trying to get some good shots of him. Those guys are taking off to the left. I can see Matt. I'm wondering if he's going to follow them. But we're all slowing down now, so never mind. Because we're going up a slight incline. Yo, that guy in the black to the right, I'm only now noticing him. I should have been drafting him. That guy's big. But it doesn't matter, because I'm on the aero bike and I feel fantastic. I'm not even tired at this point. If I was on my other bike, right now I'd be dying. As a matter of fact, I would have already been dropped a long time ago. And on one of the rides, I remember getting dropped right up this hill. I'll even point out the area where I got dropped. Well, at least I think. I know it was somewhere along here. Up further a little bit. Yeah, I got dropped about right here on one of the rides. But not now, because I'm on the aero bike. I just decided I'm going to draft this guy in front of me. And the weird thing is, on this aero bike, I felt like I could be in the very front pulling, but I didn't want to be overconfident, and next thing you know, I burned myself out, and then I can't even complete the ride. So I just decided, you know what? I'm just going to chill out, and I'm just going to draft, and that's that. Starting to go pretty fast here. I like this area. It's a nice long stretch of road, and it's kind of downhillish, so we go really fast. I love seeing Matt sprint. And at this point, I'm looking at to find a good position. So I decided to just stay with Matt. I think at this point I'm looking for a good position to be in. So instead of being out there with Matt, I decided to follow the guy in the blue. Dude, I'm not even tired on this bike.
I'm Italian.
No wonder. So I was telling Matt that I'm not even tired at this point on this new bike. I'm hanging in there with the big boys. I don't know where that guy was going. Took a wrong turn. That's the turn he was supposed to take. Dude, this bike makes a huge difference. So I was telling Spider-Man that the bike makes a huge difference. And the thing is, at this point, I'm not even looking for anyone to draft because I feel so confident. And I know that we're going downhill. So I'm looking to position myself in the aero tuck. The ride leader pulled off. I don't know why. So we just kept on going. I like this road. So right now, I'm in the aero tuck position. As you can see, I'm at a lower vantage point. So I'm not even pedaling right now. So now I'm out of the position. So I decided I'm gonna draft this guy.
Going up interval.
And now we're going in up interval. The hill that separates the men from the boys. Or from the women to the girls. So I decided I'm just gonna stay behind this guy. Because again, one of the rules, you can't cross the yellow lines. So I can't really cut around him. And it would be dangerous to cut around him at this point because cars come down this hill. So I just decided I'm just gonna go up the hill behind this guy. Just draft him up the hill. But not too closely though, because drafting someone up a hill isn't really that safe. But the thing is, at this point, look at Spider-Man. Spider-Man is just punching it up the hill. I want to pass that guy, so I was like, you know what? I just ride on the yellow line. So now I'm right behind Matt. Yeah, look at that guy in front of Matt. Matt was like, yeah, let me get out the way because this guy is going from left to right, left to right. Almost a collision there. See, that's the thing, man. Going up hills, it's kind of treacherous when you're in a group because the hills really put a strain on you. But I didn't even get out the saddle going up that hill. I was just sitting the whole time. And right here, I'm kind of breathing heavily, but I'm still good though. Okay, so now so at this point, I've pretty much recovered from that hill. Whereas if I was on my other bike, I would be pretty much dead right now. Actually, I wouldn't be dead. I would have already been dropped a long time ago. And I think at this point, what I'm thinking is I want to get some good shots of Spider-Man. I want to draft him, but he's going a little bit slow. I didn't want to go that slow. So I think he started to pick up speed. And then I got some good drafting shots of him. Okay, so now I'm getting the good shots. Which is exactly what I wanted. Because I'm also writing and filming. So I think about the type of shots that I want to get. Because what I do sometimes, I cut up the clips and send them to the writers so they could post it like their Instagram or whatever. So I just decided at this point, I'm just gonna draft this guy right here. But right now, I'm not even drafting anyone. I'm just riding along because you're hitting the light, so it doesn't really matter.
The only thing for climbs that are longer than a minute, high cadence, even out of the saddle.
Okay.
Once you shift up and you drop cadence, you lose so much momentum,
Okay.
it's not getting it back.
Got it.
You'll be slower for the same power and aggregate.
You guys usually drop me, but I
know.
borrowed my friend's aero
Well,
bike.
I was gonna say, it's a different bike today.
It makes
it's
a
doing really
huge
good.
difference.
Yeah.
I'm not even tired.
Yeah, I think it's your bike then. You're strong.
Yes, it's my bike.
So I was just telling her that I'm on a new aero bike, so now I can keep up with them. Because usually I see her in the front, like pulling and stuff, and I always get dropped. So I was just like saying that I'm still here, baby, not today.
It's a bit small though,
Yeah.
but it works.
Gonna get the best of your own, probably.
Yep.
So I was telling her that the bike that I'm on is like a very small bike, but hey, man, it's doing its job. Yo, that cyclist had a whole bunch of lights on his bike. Because the guy in front of me in the green, I don't know what he's doing. Is he drafting or is he pulling? Because I'm trying to think, am I getting behind him or Spider-Man? So he wanted to get in, so I let him in. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, someone is about to attack going up this hill. And it's weird because why did Camilo keep going straight when we're turning? Maybe he got confused or something. See, that's why you don't pass the ride leader. So I'm watching Matt in front of me because I know he's about to attack going up this hill. So I'm waiting and then I'm just ready to punch up the hill with him. And I hear some shifting. And all of a sudden, Matt slipped and almost fell in front of me. And yo, exactly when that happened, my left my left calf started to cramp up. That's why I actually slowed down and I'm not attacking the hill like those guys in front of me. Because at this point, I'm in like a whole bunch of pain. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh no, not now. Why now when I'm so close to completing the ride? Like right now, I'm in pain and I'm trying to coast and keep my calf leg, my calf muscle straight. So about like right here, see how slow I'm going? I was just like stretching my leg. See, I'm coasting. You could hear the pause in the cassette or whatever. I'm coasting right now, and I'm just trying to keep my calf muscle straight. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. It's a stop sign. And I'm still in a little bit of pain, but keeping my calf muscle straight. I was able to just shake out the cramp, and from about this point, I would say I was pretty much good. But I was still using my right leg for most of the power. But as we started to ride further in, my muscle was hurting me less. So now I'm out in the open. So I got behind this girl here, and I was just like drafting her. Because I just wanted to find a good drafting position so I'm not putting down too much power because of my leg. And at this point, I'm like out in the open. I'm not even drafting anyone. And I'm trying to get behind her, but there's a guy to the right of me. And I'm just like, I don't want to be out here. So no, I'm finally behind her. Well, kind of. And we're like 20 miles in. So I just decided I'm just going to pass her and draft this other guy instead because he's bigger. Because I was like, oh my god, please don't tell me this cramp is going to take me out of this ride. And I have a good position behind this guy, just drafting him. Damn, even after 21 miles, we're still pushing 25 miles an hour on the flats. Usually I'm praying for stoplights, but like I said with this bike, piece of cake.
Keeping up this time?
Dude, hell yeah. Dude, the difference is amazing.
Yeah.
You were right.
I told you.
Aero
Did you
beast.
just buy that?
No, Darian's bike. I borrowed it.
Darian's bike?
Yeah.
Dude, didn't I tell you? I like
Dude.
it, right?
I don't even know what to tell you, man.
On this next Sunday ride, well, Darian's gonna be riding with us. So.
Yeah.
I'll
Dude.
bring my other bike, maybe.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Alright, right later. I usually get dropped on the fast ride, so I borrowed my friend's aero bike. The difference is amazing. I would have been dropped like 5 miles back then.
No, I'm not selling myself short. I just told him that if I was on my regular bike, I would have been dropped 5 miles back there. Like, I'm not exaggerating it. I'm just stating facts. Oh, and the guy in the car, he's one of the cyclists that we ride with on like Sunday. And sometimes he does the Landry's ride. But at this point, I feel really good.
That's half the reason I'm just trying to stay off the front. At least it's me and like 2 other people and space to react.
I'm still here, man. Holy shit. Dude, crazy. What a life.
That almost called me too.
Yo, I could even pull on this, man. Huh? I could even pull on this.
It was on my inside table. I was like, I got $10 for auto today.
A lot of people got dropped.
They did?
Yeah, I mean a good amount.
I don't know how many.
Roll it.
Was it big group?
leave because my signal for a
Yeah.
long time.
Contaminated.
Yeah. I rode a little bit in the rain yesterday.
Okay, probably oil from the street.
Made it.
Dude, my average speed is 19 miles an hour. That's crazy, man.
I don't know. I didn't even look at mine.
That is nuts. Oh shit.
Mine's 18.5. I don't know why.
Okay, so at this point, I see the guys in the front going kind of fast, and the ride is almost over anyway. So I was like, you know what? Let me start putting in some work. And the ride leader is like taking off. So we're doing like 25 miles an hour. Well, 24 at this point. Hill, so I'm keeping up with the big boys in the front, going up the hill. And yo, the ride leader just like took off. Well, not now. I think it's the second hill where he took off. So I just decided I'm just gonna stay in the front for the rest of the ride. And like right here, man, the ride leader, the guys just like took off. This dude just like took off, man, going up the hill, 4%. Like imagine going 24 miles an hour up a 4% grade hill. He actually surprised me when I looked back, and he just picked up speed. I was like, nah, you ain't losing me. I'm right behind you. I'm looking back to see if anyone is gonna chase back. That guy just like blazed up the hill. Damn. Spider-Man and the other guy caught up. But yeah, that was a surprise for the ride leader to take off like that. So now going down this hill, I'm thinking to myself, should I super tuck or not? Because this road is like really kind of bad. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna just pass Spider-Man and just keep up with the ride leader. So I guess I'm getting ahead of myself here because I'm in front. This road is terrible. Okay, so I see the ride leader is starting to like blaze, man. So I was like, okay, let me just get behind him. And he was just punching it. And I'm keeping up with this guy. I'm like, is this real life? And the ride leader decided to get behind that guy. and we're just putting down the hammer, man. This road is awful. I'm doing 30 and I'm just like right behind them. Like around here, we're usually praying for a light. Not on the fast route, like the medium or whatever. I'm not sure where that car was going, so I had to slow down.
Is that the breakaway?
So I see these lights ahead flashing, and I'm like, is that the breakaway group? Did we catch up to the breakaway? So I decided, you know what? I'm going to try to chase down the breakaway. Just to see that they caught up with the breakaway.
Run her up! Run her up!
So I'm just like going by myself. Then a red light is coming up. And I was like, what red light? It's like a dead end anyway. No cars are coming along there. So I just decided to just go through the red light. Because I'm trying to catch up to the breakaway. Because I can see them ahead. I was like doing 25 miles an hour. Pushing it. And then I think at this point or so, I heard some loud sound. And I was like, what? I hope someone didn't crash or something. I think it's around here I heard the sound. I'm looking to see what's going on up ahead. Actually, I think it's here I heard the sound. I'm not even sure. But I heard some loud sound coming up this road. And I see the breakaway guys. It looks like they stopped. So I was like, damn, what's going on? So the guy was like apologizing. The pedestrian was apologizing. The guy in the car. He kept apologizing.
Yeah, we heard you, sorry. I know.
Hey, listen.
I know.
I've gotten dolled before. Get his info and
I know,
everything.
that's what I'm trying to do. Can I get your license and a picture of your registration and your phone number as well?
Call the police.
Yeah, you should file a police report. Like,
File a police report right now. I have permanent back injury because I got dolled.
Oh, hey, I mean, he's obviously.
Yes. Okay, we have a bunch of glasses here.
You're right?
And when you get hit, you never really know what's going on with you.
I mean, it's adrenaline.
And so I had to tell them, make sure they call the cops and file a police report because I got doled some years ago and now I have permanent back injury because of that accident. Because sometimes a lot of
I
cyclists,
can't believe we caught up with the breakaway. That's
yeah,
crazy.
a lot of cyclists, they don't know what to do when they get doored. And sometimes you think that you're okay because you're adrenaline, but you're not okay. So yeah, so I see Camilo, so I had to chase him down. I was like, where you going?
What's up, man?
Yo, I'm surprised he even caught up to us. So I see him behind me, still blazing. So I started to pick up speed. I stopped for that light, but I guess he doesn't know what a light is, so I just slowed down. So at this point, man, I'm just like elated that I'm basically at the end of the ride, and I'm trying to make it back before everyone else. It's not a race, but I'm doing this because I've never gotten this far before on this ride. Camilla is making a left up ahead. And I was telling him to go straight, but he was going the wrong direction.
Camilla, go straight. Go straight. Camilla. Are you going home later, man?
So I'm just by myself, going back to the finish. I think I'm super tucking right here. So I had to just get off to the side instead of waiting for these cars. I guess I should have just waited for the cars to visit like turn. So I'm in weird position here. All cars are coming, so I have to just go across.
Bro. Breakaway.
So I'm just like thinking to myself that I caught up to the breakaway group.
What took you guys so long?
But it wasn't the actual breakaway, it was the guys that got dropped from the breakaway. Close enough. So now I'm pulling up to the finish at the pizza shop.
Were you part of the breakaway? Were you part of the breakaway?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, so those guys got dropped back there. There were some guys from the breakaway that got dropped. So these are the, okay,
Was in the middle group or the first group?
fast group.
First group.
Yeah. But I dropped them. They usually drop me on the fast group, but I borrowed my friend's aero bike. Dude, the difference is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Imagine me dropping the fast group. That's just crazy.